Hi there folks, welcome to Dunsi's Guitar World. Today's video came about, I got an email a couple of weeks ago from a chap asking about melodic solos and if I could point him in the right direction. Now I had to come clean and say that I have little to no technical, theoretical knowledge of music, but what I thought I'd do was I downloaded a backing track. I actually bought 400 backing tracks from Elevated Jam Tracks, I think it is, and I played along with one and I did my usual melodic type of stuff. I mean, I'm not a speed player, I'm not an Yngwie Malmsteen type player, and I recorded some melodic guitar along with it. Now I'll play the video and then I'll come back and I'll try and explain what I did with my next to no musical and theoretical knowledge. So back in about 3.5 minutes. recording hat on now. Actually, as an aside, I got a new hat delivered today. If you want to see me do an unboxing of my new hat, please comment below. It looked beautiful when I bought it. It remains to be seen what it looks like when I'm wearing it. So, to the lesson. Now, basically that track is just these chords. It's in D major, I think he said. It was a D major chord, then an A, then a G. So I'll play a basic rhythm. I'll just record this so I can loop over it. So the last measure it goes to a B, to a G. Now, but the only scale I know is a major scale. So the video says that's in D major, and I always go by, I go by ear. And if something sounds happy and cheery, then it's major. It's a D major scale, which is. So I know when I'm playing this, that's the notes I have to hit. Not necessarily just going up and down the scale. But I have to hit those notes when I'm doing the parts over the D, A and G chords. And then when it goes to B, I need to look at the notes that are in a B chord. So I'm looking for that F sharp or G flat, which is still part of the D scale as well. And then to the G, I've played over the G already, so I know that's part of the scale. All that makes sense. What I'm saying is over those chords I need to be playing this D major scale. It's sunny in Edinburgh again, as you can see, but it's actually raining. My wife's been out in the garden. You might see my wife's reflection if the rain goes off. So that's the notes I need to be playing. God, it's sunny, eh? Look at that. I could turn the camera around, but it's actually raining as well. It's raining in the sunshine. It'd be like a rainbow, it'd be like Richie Blackmore's rainbow. I see a rainbow rising. Where was I? So I look at chord tones as well. So in the D, I know the D chord has an F sharp. So that's that note there. And then when it goes to the A chord has an E in it. So we'll be going for an E. And then the G has, what note's that? D. So the G has a D note. God, I can't believe how bright it is. I'm just going to persevere with this because I have to take my wife to home base to pick up some gravel for the back garden. People watch my videos and think, it's cool being Dunsey, but I've always got a million and one things to be doing that aren't guitar related. So for the first three notes of this solo, I'll just be going for 3 boy mice, really. Instead of playing them just straight, instead of playing an F sharp, I'll bend up from the E and then down the E itself, and then hit the D, but then go back 1 fret and bend that note up semitone to the D. So it tugs at your heartstrings. So play like this. So that's how I would play the first line. And I think in the opening bit, I started just with this D. It's like basically a D chord. It's a D note on the 12th fret and the A there, but I play it D, 12th fret of the D string and the 10th fret of the B string and dampen the G. And then just go down the D major scale. So that's all the notes I'm playing. But you had a bit of rhythm and dampened strings and sort of change the rhythm of it against the chords that are in the background. So I'll play it like this. it comes to the rhythm guitar goes to B, I'll go to this G flat, up one to G, and then down to D, and that covers rhythm guitar playing the B and the G. So I'll play the whole thing. So that's one of the phrases. Again, I'm just using notes out of the D major scale. And then when it comes into the solo proper, I'm just playing the same scale, but I'm playing from this D note here basically. And as long as I stick to those notes, and I know when it comes to the B, to the G, I can just play these that I played before. So it's just a case of listening out to what the guitar's doing, you know, like I know when it's sticking to the D and the A, I'm cool to just play from this D note at the 7th fret of the G string and just rattle up and down those notes, just rattle up and down that scale, you know. And then when I hear the last bar coming, when it changes to the B and the G, I know I can safely land on the 11th fret, the G string with the G flat, up one, and then down to the D, and that covers those notes. So my apologies for it being so sunny in Scotland. I mean, people watch my videos and think, Dunsey's always moaning that it's always cold in Scotland. I mean, the sun's out, it's not warm outside though, but it's beautiful. And also apologies for my lack of musical knowledge. And I do hope I explained that properly. It's just, I mean, I play by ear, so I go by what I hear. If I hear something that's, and the first chord is a D, and it sounds like it's cheery, like it's happy, I'll play from this D note here. And I know it's in that chord. I don't know if I had the right note there, but I know it's in that scale. So it's... And then if I hear a song that starts in D, and it sounds sad, like it's in the blues, I'll start with this pentatonic up here, pentatonic scale. That's the other scale I know, pentatonic scale. On the 10th fret, playing like the Chuck Berry. So if it's in, if it sounds like it's in a sad key, that's I'll play the D up here. But that's a scale for another day. So thank you for watching. I went through this quite quickly because I have a million and one things to do. I hope I've explained it well, and I hope you enjoyed the melodic solo that I did, and it maybe helps you out in some way. I mean, just listen to your ears. Well, listen to the tune. Use your ears to listen to the tune and just work out if it's, you know, is it happy or if it's sad, and then that's how I base my solo. I mean, I've been playing the same solos roughly since 1984. I just change it depending on what key I need to put in. Thank you folks, cheers now.